my fellow human, if this message has found you, then it might be for you. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And with that being said, today we are getting a message from a passed on loved one. We're going to see what comes through. I am using the Beloved Dead Oracle by Carrie Paris and Tina Hardit. And we're going to see what comes out with these. I love these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. They have such a unique energy to them. So definitely recommend if you're doing mediumship readings. All right, so hello from heaven. Hello from a passed on loved one. What message do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? Message from a passed on loved one. What would you like them to know? Okay, and I feel like I need to get one more for some reason, so what would you like them to know? Message from a passed on loved one. What would you like my fellow humans on this reading to know? Yeah, I knew there was another one that wanted to come out. All right. You've been having a lot of hardships in your life right now, or dealing with someone who's very hard to deal with. Hello from heaven. What message would you like to pass on to my fellow humans today? Message from a passed on loved one. What would you like them to know today? Message from a passed on loved one. What would you like them to know? Yeah, okay, so we've got the 7th house, Gemini, and the Sun energy coming out. There's someone here who is at odds with you being yourself, and the message here is to not let that be, right? This is someone who's coming through, who cares about you a lot. This could have been a Gemini, a Libra, this could have been a Leo. Okay, it does not have to be, but that's the energies that we have so far. This person wants you to know that you're beautiful and amazing just the way that you are, and that you deserve to be seen for exactly who you are. And that if someone has a problem and is creating conflict because of you being your authentic self or finding yourself, right? Like maybe you're in the process of learning who you are and it's not going along with someone else's agenda, then that is on them. But we see here that it's the way you view the world and the you that you present out to others. And I feel like this person that's coming through maybe had that same issue in life. Like they were very unique, or they had a very loving energy, and they also saw the world very differently than most people, and it caused a lot of conflict in their life, and they don't want that to be something that's happening in your life. Right? There's something about brown boots coming through. And I just heard like an alarm. Yeah, there's an alarm going on. I don't know where that's at. Okay, so yeah, brown boots and an alarm were going off together here. So yeah, and this is something that they want you to be able to walk with clarity moving forward, knowing that you're gonna have people who will accept you, and you're gonna have people who aren't gonna accept you, but not to just wait around for the people who don't accept you to figure it out. Because the ones that aren't accepting you, like they're not meant to resonate with you, and you're not meant to resonate with them. So don't waste your time on that, right? And so I feel like what's been really happening here is that you've had to adapt a lot in a very harsh situation. And they're saying that that adaptation is giving you the tools you need to move forward. And it's giving you the freedom to be able to stand up and support yourself, but also to defend yourself when necessary. And especially when people are at odds with who you are, right? Like I said, you're not going to impress everyone. Like some people are just going to be like, I can't stand you. And that's just the way it is. Like, But whoever this is that's coming through is saying, like, don't get so caught up on the small details, because you have bigger fish to fry. Like, you have other things out in the world that are more important for your energy and your time and your space. And it's time for you to go and discover what that is. I heard pink glasses. Okay. Yeah, that was really strong. So someone who wore pink glasses. Not really getting, like, if this, who, like, a mother or a father or a brother or sister, grandma or grandpa. This could have been a Cancer. Okay. Message from a passed on loved one. What would you like to say? I feel like this was someone who was very youthful, and that also put them in a position where a lot of people took advantage of them. And that's what they want you to be aware of as well, because it's like you might have a very youthful spirit, youthful attitude in life, and they don't want people to put you in a terrible situation or take advantage of you because they think that you're, you know, ignorant, or that you aren't smart enough to figure out what people's intentions are, because you feel like you already intuitively know what people's intentions are. And this is something that they also knew, but they didn't know how to stand up for themselves. And this is something that they want you to be able to stand up for yourself. Message from a passed on loved one. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. We've got, the 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is something that causes a lot of anxiety. So it could be a Sagittarius, have the 8th house in Sagittarius. You could have the 8th house in Sagittarius. This is this energy of, like, there's a fear of expressing your potential. And they don't want that. Like, they've been helping you. They've been guiding you with really opening up to the truth of who you are, to your potential, to letting yourself be seen. So, I mean, this could have to do with anything. It's strange, but I actually just got a very clear message right now, and it's very specific, but it's like if someone's been, like, if you are part of the LGBTQ plus community, like staying in the closet because of fear of what, you know, family is going to say, or what fear of those who are around you are going to say. They're saying, like, stop hiding from yourself, right? Like, stop being in this place of, like, I can't express myself, or I can't express my sexuality, or I can't express who I am because people don't accept me. That's not for you to worry about. There's plenty of people out there who are going to accept you for who you are and support you and love you and lift you up. And so there's like someone here, maybe it's been a long time. Maybe you're like, it's weird, but I'm getting like a much older energy for someone that's, you know, I was much older and I lived in a time and an era where I couldn't do that. And you're in a time and place where it is scary to do, but it's necessary, because we need to start breaking down societal beliefs on who people love. Like, it's not our right to tell someone who they have a right to love or don't love, right? Like, that's not our right. That's for them to decide. And whatever happens from there is for them to figure out. That's their life to live. And I feel like this person is very philosophical as well. Like, they have a lot of very big ideas that they wanted to share. Maybe they shared some of them with you, but they didn't get a chance to share the ideas that really mattered to them because maybe you were too young, or maybe they didn't get to meet you, but now they're trying to lead you to these very big ideas and these very big understandings, even, and understandings of self and truth and love and reality, and letting go of the illusion, right? You're not messed up. There's nothing wrong with you. That's what I'm hearing. It's like Source created everybody exactly as they are, because we are all part of this colorful canvas that's being painted, and we all bring a beautiful aspect with that. And if you didn't exist exactly as you are, there would be something missing in this grand cosmic scheme. Okay. And that's what they're trying to say here. It's like they don't want you to be so much in the fear of or the worry of, like, what if they don't accept me? If they don't accept you, then that is great. Right. And that's scary to say, like, great. Now you know, like, they're not your people. And that gives you space to go and invite your people in, the people who are going to stand there for you. And even for those of you that aren't a part of the LGBTQ plus community, like, that same message applies. Right? It doesn't matter who it is. It's like, if they're not going to accept you, then cool. Like, you made my job easy, right? Like, and that's scary to say because we want to be accepted, liked, and cherished for who we are. But if the people around us aren't doing that, like, we shouldn't be afraid of that, even though we are, and that's okay. But to be brave in face of that fear. Yeah, this is creating a lot of anxiety for you. This is a lot of, and it's actually, like, interesting because I feel like this, they're saying this is karmic retribution, because maybe family members or the people that you know that knew them also treated them differently, or they had, you know, have you ever seen those families where they're like, oh, that uncle, and they never say the uncle's name, like, they'll always say the uncle, or they'll have a curse word to say the uncle's name or whatever, but they never call them by their name. Like, they lack respect for this person enough to call them by their name. They have some ridiculous nickname, or they call them just some really bad name. That's what I feel like. Maybe you grew up knowing this person by a very cruel nickname, and that has impacted you and how you show yourself to the world. And they're tired of that being something that's holding you back. Like, don't let my life be the reason you hold yourself back. Because I feel the big regret here is that they weren't brave enough and courageous enough to stand against the wave of people telling them who they had to be or what they had to do with their life. And they are definitely helping you. Like, I feel like this is someone that you might get energy around you, especially when you're dealing with the thoughts of this. This is coming out, and they're surrounding you with so much love, and they're really trying to help you better yourself and to really gain an understanding of why it's so important for you to express yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay. And that old construct of people saying, well, we have a right to tell people who they have to be, who they have to love, what they need to do so that it fits into our comfort zone, that is really breaking away now, right? Because we're not meant to be here and be comfortable. Every one of us is actually extremely uncomfortable. But we've just accepted certain things as norms, and they're not. And that's this energy that's coming through. It's like, don't accept it as this is the way things are, because it's not. You're here to break away, like chip away at the ice is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So we have the 10 of Wands in the upright here. So you could have very well known this person. Sagittarius energy is coming through so strong. Gemini energy. They could have been a mutable sign. Very masculine by nature. Okay, so this could have been a grandfather. I said uncle. Uncle came through. This could have been an uncle. This could have been a nephew. They didn't have to be masculine. This could be a woman that was in your life that was an air sign or a fire sign. But I do feel like they were very close to you. They've always felt very close to you. That's the 10 of Wands in the upright in the Marseille talks about. It's talking about like two peas in a pod who go through life and they experience tragedy and trauma and drama and chaos, and they come out stronger because of it. Like, there's no separation here. And even in death, they're saying, I'm still your ride or die. Like, I still got you. I'm still helping you. I'm still walking with you on this journey. And they see that there's a lot of unresolved anger coming through, and they don't want you to hold on to that anymore. And they're saying to, like, understand that all of these hardships that we've been through are actually giving you a tough skin so that you can be a spokesperson later on and help. Even if it's one person that you're helping, like, you're going to be helping someone And that ripple effect is going to go down through the line, and it's a magnificent thing that's going to happen, but it's only if you choose to really let yourself be seen and to let the potential of who you are be seen. So whoever this is, it's someone who very closely feels like your life mirrors their life, and they see a lot of things happening to you that happen to them. And so they feel like you're kindred souls. Wow, this is very powerful. Let's get some more out here. What else would you like to say? Passed on loved one. Yeah, cardinals. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn. Yeah, we have instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. And cardinal signs are the start of the season, so they all come with a big bang, right? They have to in order to switch the season, whether that's from winter to spring, spring to summer, summer to fall, fall to winter. It takes a lot of energy and it takes that effort to do that. And so there's this very like massive push behind it. And it's like, don't be afraid to do something massive to push yourself through, whether that's getting away from the people that you know, or creating a safe space for you to go to, or if that is getting online and finding a community that you can connect with, like finding a way that's going to give you that big push to really let you be you. Yeah, we've got Scorpio energy. The 8th house is so relevant for your reading right now. Okay, so we've got intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Okay, so they could have been a Scorpio, but I do feel like this is like the taboo, right? Like Scorpio energy is very taboo. Yes, it deals with occult. It deals with the subconscious. It deals with hidden things. It deals with things that people like to control. Okay, so you have this energy where it's like people are trying to control you. And again, it does not have to be the LGTB. Wow, I can talk. Okay, the LGTB. Wow, I'm done. You know what I'm talking about. Blah, blah. I'm just going to stop while I'm ahead. LGBT plus community. There we go. Oh my goodness. This can be work. This can be who you are. Spiritual versus religion. Religion versus spiritual. This could be worldly views. This could be healing. This could be healing trauma and healing family curses. And it could be anything. This could be anything. Whatever it is, the people that you're surrounded by, what you're tapping into is something that they feel is taboo. It's forbidden. It's dangerous. It's not, we shouldn't do that, whatever it is. And they're saying like you're purging and renewing something here. So it might really help you to know where your 8th house is, like what the effects of that are, both benefic and malefic. Okay, let's get some Archangel Michael messages. Yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. This is a big yes. Yes, it's time for you to show yourself. It's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to put yourself out there, even though it's scary. And you might get rejected. Rejection's a part of life. If we can become comfortable with rejection, then everything else is simple. Says it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. Yeah, so it's all about divine timing here, and they're really helping you. I feel like they're helping you choose yourself. So it's like you might get inspirations all of a sudden to be like, man, I should really do that. This is them helping you choose yourself. Your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for them. I am looking after them. Yeah, so they're safe. They also want to let you know they're safe in heaven. Everything's okay. Like, we're good. You don't have to worry about us. Like, we got you. This is just a very powerful message here. We've got, look, Mother Earth and Vita. With all things are interconnected. Feel deep peace and a sense of connection that results from this knowledge. We are all in this together. None of us have a right to tell someone else what they should do or who they should be, right? It's okay to share our experience, but and there are going to be people who feel like they have that right because, they're trying to look out for you, or they feel like they have your interests at heart. And it's like, You know, there's that famous saying, the highway to hell is paved with the best of intentions. It's something to remember. People might not realize that they're denying you or they're invalidating you because they're trying to go based on their own experience and how they view things. They might not realize that. And there's no reason to get upset, and there's no reason to throw a fit about it. There's no reason to throw it back in their face even, because it can be subconscious and sometimes it might be conscious, right? Because of their fear. But we have to let them deal with whatever they're dealing with, because if we let that affect how we show up, then that only hurts us. So on the bottom, we have Freya and Elskaeld with 33. They're with you, right? They're walking the journey with you. The answer to the question is, what is my task? Can only be found on the battlefield of life. Only the courageous will discover it. We've been talking about that, finding the courage. This is your battlefield. This is something that you have to go through in order to gain the knowledge and the wisdom that you need for whatever's next on your journey. It was never meant to be easy, but it was meant to happen with a purpose, so that, you know, whatever that purpose is, whether there is one or there isn't one, at the end of the day, when you own up to yourself and take accountability for yourself and go and live your life the way that you want to, it gives you this solid foundation to move in life, and you get tools that so many other people are lacking. We have mechanical. This is a shadow aspect. Going through the motions, checked out, routine. That makes so much sense here. They're telling you, like, come out of this autopilot place, right? You don't have to be just tapped out and just like, well, this is what everyone wants me to do, or this is what everyone expects of me. And it's like, what do you expect of you? On the bottom, we have Joker. It's all just a game to them, insincere and having fun. Yeah, so there's somebody here, there's people here who are insincere, right? They see it as this thing like, oh, if I can, look, in a tangled web, convoluted justifications, caught up and entranced. Like, it's like, if I can keep them entangled in doing what I want, like, I've won. Some people, they do think that way. They really think that way. If I can control this person, then I feel like I have control over myself, or I feel like I'm important, right? But at the end of the day, no one has full and total control over us. Okay, so we've got give up the previous plan, release old patterns, embrace change, and clear the way for renewal. Let it go. This is what they're trying to say here. And then we've got threat. With feud, natural enemy, and deadly threat. Yeah, so there is someone here who is threatened by you, threatened by the way that you believe, threatened by the way that you live life, threatened by who you are. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, if you come out and you let your true potential be seen, and you're successful, or you find love, or you find all the things that they thought they had, and they recognize that they don't have it now, like, that's the threat, right? Like, oh my gosh, like, they're everything that I stand against. And if they get everything that they want, even though they're everything that I stand against, what does that mean what my beliefs are? Well, okay. So maybe you need to figure out what you need in your life, right? We have terrific, look, fantastic result, greatness, great moments. This is what they're saying. Whoever this is, they want you to know that, like, you're going to have good results. Things are going to work out for you. You have to choose to take that step. So let's get a little bit more about them coming through with these cards. We've got Justice. Wow. What a powerful card to come out right away. Oh my gosh, they want you to have justice. And I feel like they also are clearing their own karmic patterns by helping you, which sometimes happens when our loved ones pass away, our ancestors. They'll actually help us with the same issues that they couldn't heal in life. And that helps them also clear their karmic baggage. So we were always like, well, we're the ones that are doing the journey, but ultimately we're never alone. And we have so many spirits and guides that are helping us, and ancestors that are helping us through. And so we're not alone, because they're helping us because they see things we don't. Okay, so with Justice, let's read this from the book. Yeah, this is someone who wanted things to be fair. Okay? And they want things to be fair for you. They want you to be seen exactly as you are. There we go. It says this is the cause of jurisprudence, law and order. Yep. Powdered wings. Powdered wigs. I'm sorry. The I solemnly swear justice validates an individual experience or a loved one who personally or professionally has some connection with the legal or penal system. So they could have been a lawyer, could have been a grandfather here. This could have been someone who was in the government work and governmental type work. It refers to judges, lawyers, notaries, jury duty, legal documents such as wills or divorce papers, or the court of law. It can extend to a correctional institution, policing, and detention centers for jail. On an energetic level, justice resonates with the law of cause and effect and the importance of making choices from a place of alignment, truth, and oh my gosh, and sound judgment. If you receive this card, take your heart off your sleeve and shove it back where it belongs, just behind the left to the sternum. You're going to need awareness, clarity, as well as integrity, because decisions made at this time will have long-term consequences. Justice doesn't want you to sell yourself short. If you're hearing an embittered echo from the past saying life isn't fair, Justice asks, how is this old narrative affecting your trust of others, self, or belief in the potential of positive outcomes? This is a card that also deals with the imprint or experiences of injustice. We want to believe that goodness and decency will keep humankind in good stead, but bad things happen to good people, and somehow, incredulously, that things happen to bad people. Sometimes they elude their just reward, only adding insult to injury. This process of meting out justice can become deeply personal for Team Good. The wrongdoer seems to walk away unscathed, but you lose faith, confidence, balance, and personal bearings. This becomes a pattern of injustice. From the position of passionate observer, it makes sense to ask the universe to, please weaponize instant karma and smite down Team Evil. History is rife with horrific events and disasters and unconscionable people who've left their indelible impact and lasting wounds. What would you do if you had a magic wand? The beloved of justice wants to reinforce that although we're created with an innate survival instincts, we were never really given the mechanism to micromanage or police the universe. This is never a jump for joy kind of message, but one that asks you to become a dispassionate observer and focus on what's reasonably within your control. For your own physical and spiritual well-being. Cut any energetic cords that keep you incarcerated by low vibrational emotions or the energy of vindication and retribution. When you say, I hate you, you form a contract with that emotion, like feeding sugar to yeast. That's what you'll keep blooming in your experience. Hatred, anger will definitely get your adrenal glands pumping. You're full of righteous indignation and adrenaline. This might feel empowering in the moment, but it won't change anything. Wow. So coming from a place of disassociation here, like, I'm not going to be emotionally involved in me choosing myself. Rather, I'm going to do it because it's right for me and knowing that that's okay for you to take that step. And then we have leadership. Yeah. So definitely this could have been a leader. This is someone also like a matriarchy or patriarchy of the family is coming through. I do feel like you knew this person in life for sure. It says once upon a time in a small German town, there was a charismatic rat catcher in strange, colorful clothing who told authorities that for 10 bags of gold, he could rid the town of their nasty rat infestation. Really? Questioned the old powerful goat, scratching grizzled chins. They weren't convinced that it could be done, but they said, have at her, in German, of course. So off the rat catcher went, an odd fellow called the Pied Piper, with the flute in hand. On it he played a tune that was evidently a rat chart topper, for they all came out of their holes and slop buckets and followed the Pied Piper into the river. Done deal. However, the authorities reneged on their end of the bargain. The Pied Piper didn't get paid, and so retaliation by playing his pipes through town again, this time leading all of the children never to be seen again. So what's the point of this story, other than they don't call these fairy tales grim for nothing? It's a useful metaphor to explain the dynamic between authority, leadership, and following. How many times has a controversial figure or celebrity mesmerized a town, nation, culminating in a debt and problems that are much worse than 10 bags of gold? How many times do those with authority make disastrous decisions or abuse their power to order, influence, command, and enforce? And why can spectacles of insidious charisma romanticize wounding, megalomania, and false promises enchant anyone into thinking, behaving, feeling, or acting in ways that are out of alignment with their higher instincts? This card is validating an individual ancestor experience. It resonates with skills, reputation, and acknowledgement in the area of leadership. A loved one stepping forward might have been a CEO, mayor, a proprietor of a small business with such strength of character that they were a pillar of the community. Leadership says that respect is earned. It can't be commanded. Anyone controlling by charisma or intimidation in order to cover up their own flaws. And wasn't I talking about that too? Just because it goes against their idea and their fear is leading them. That's no right to make you feel like you can't be who you are. Right? In order to cover up their own flaws as a Pied Piper or a 10-pot dictator. Great leaders mentor with integrity and kindness. They live like they lead. They set an example with their own appearance, comportment, and communication. They instill trust and confidence, empowering and strategically setting up others to succeed. If you're taking on the mantle of leadership, this card supports your lion-heartedness and unlimited potential for positive change. By paying forward this gift of gracious leadership, you'll continue to inspire others to grow and flourish past their limits. If, however, you're smelling a rat catcher at work or in your personal life, trust your gut, lay low, and be patient. They always reveal their true colors. Like, that's the thing. There's someone here who's really trying to control you. Right? You're a threat. You're a threat to who they are. You're a threat to everything that they've built. You're a threat to how they think. And this person from heaven is coming through. And again, they could have been absolutely leadership in the justice system, someone who had authority, but they also felt like they too had to not stand in their own potential, but they were able to command an audience, right? And they don't want you to feel like you don't have a right to do that. So they're definitely trying to help you with that. This was an incredibly powerful message. Okay, so this is what I see here for you. If you feel like this is your message, leave a little clock emoji down below and say, through divine timing and working to face my fear with courage, I step into my powerful potential as a leader and as an inspiration to others. Okay, and if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box. It will show you how to reach out to me for a personal reading and how to join as a member. With that being said, I want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides, as well as a special shout out for whoever this ancestor is that came in for you, this loved one that's passed on. And with that being said, until next time, stay human. Bye.